time to go combining. It's go time. Let's get this thing fired up. Oh yeah. We didn't have much of a dew last night and it's warm and windy, so we're able to go a lot earlier. We're working on flax right now, which is actually our last crop, so that's exciting. But it's sad to see that harvest is almost done. But it's also exciting because you know you're getting something done. Alright, try to fit through this gate without wrecking any posts. And we are good. I don't have to fix any posts. Luckily, driving over to the field gives the combine enough time to warm up to where I can start it right away. Good old Tim Hortons cup to take a sample with. So unfortunately we won't be able to go right now, so we're going to give her a go after lunch because the moisture is just a little too high yet. So I'll see you then. Woohoo! We are going again! It is a lot drier now. We're around that 7% moisture mark, and we signed a contract saying that we have to be below 9. So we are ready to do some combining today. I have about 35 acres done so far. I think this is around a 60 or 70 acre piece, so we're about halfway done. But yeah, this is all we have left for our grain and oilseed, and all we have left after this is doing some haying. But fall is definitely in the air because the trees are starting to turn orange and the leaves are starting to fall. Ah, great. Oh, I love it when that happens. Let me show you what happened. This is one of the annoying things with flax. Sometimes when you put too much flax through the machine, your tailings will plug up. So you have to do this every time. And that might not look like a lot right now, but when I turn it on again, a bunch will pour from the chute up here down onto the ground. But you can't do much because you have to unplug it. Pile now. And then another problem is when you come back here, you have all this chaff blowing in your face. So if I have red eyes, I probably have chaff in my eyes. So that is not one of the nice things about flax. I actually think it wasn't shoving too much into the machine at once. I think it was just we hit a little patch of a little greener stuff. So my tailings plugged up, and that's what that beeping was. But it's fixed now, so we're good to go again. So we're going to go a little slower through this little patch. I can go my normal speed. I prefer not to talk about it. Well, from now on, if you see the rest of this video with me in a wet shirt, it's because I spilled my coffee. Yeah, I've got chaff in the back of my shirt. Perfect timing. Grain truck's back. Alright, because it's very windy outside, I'm going to put the combine in a way where it blocks the wind so that when we go ahead and dump, grain isn't going to be flying over everywhere. So I'm hoping that that's a decent position. Guess we'll see in a sec here. Yeah, it's actually not bad there. Unfortunately, it has been really windy the past few days, so it's been not so much fun dumping into the truck. So there's a couple of tricks we use to kind of mitigate the wind. First and foremost, we position the combine to where the combine's blocking most of the wind. And second of all, we don't put our auger out nearly as far so that the auger's a little lower down, so there's not as much height difference from the auger to the truck. And it seems to work pretty good. Like this dump right here, it actually worked out really nicely. But using those couple tricks, we didn't have any problems with the wind there. I just got finished talking with my dad, and I think we're into the stuff where it was cut a week or so ago, and it still has a fair bit of green stuff in it, so we took a sample and it was reading a little high, but we think it's just because of all that green stuff in it. So we're going to take one more hopper full, take another sample, and then go from there. We might just have to wait a couple more days until this stuff is fully ready, because I noticed that I had to slow down a fair bit just so I didn't plug up the tailing elevator again, because that happened to me 3 times total today. I think it's just because this stuff isn't quite ready yet. So we're just going to take another hopper full, test it out, and determine what we do from there. We might just have to wait another 2 or 3 days. I mean, sure, it would really suck that we wouldn't be able to keep going due to greens, but if it's not ready, it's not ready. All right, before I dump, I'm gonna go take a moisture test. Yeah, it's reading just slightly too high. I'm getting 9s and 10s, and we think we just caught up to where the swather last cut. So we're just going to let it dry out for another 2 or 3 days, and then we're going to be right back at it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.